G'day everyone, Keeonra here. Welcome to another live stream. We are straight into it this morning. Let's see if there's anyone in the live chat wanting to say g'day. I think there's one person lurking, but that's okay. They may say g'day very soon. I might refresh that. That might look better. Well, hello. How are you? Live chat, much better. There we go. Let's get into it. Let's refresh my memory and yours if you've been following along at home. And Ashley HM is in the house. Boom. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. I haven't looked at this or listened to it since last week, so let's just have a listen first. I have no idea what I'm doing. Big coffee today. Alright, off the bat, need some fill in there for the drums. I haven't separated the drums yet. I must look at that. Yes, cheers to the coffee. I had it's winter here in Australia, so I had an errand to run this morning out in the cold, leaving home when it was like 7 degrees. I know that's not cold compared to other parts of Australia. It gets below zero and colder, but for Perth it was pretty chilly this morning. So check out my Facebook post. I have pictures of the Swan River and everything with the sun rising over the city. It was pretty, but it was cold. Cheers for the coffee. All right, coffee drives the music. I want to feel Lucky Phil in here. The drums before the ending. Yeah. In the last bar, I just want something. There's got to be some toms in here somewhere. There we are. No cowbell. This is a no cowbell tune. This one. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, look, they were not, the photos I did this morning and posted on Facebook were not by any means professional ones whatsoever. It was just with my Samsung phone that I had on hand. Usually when I go out taking proper photographs, I take my mirrorless camera, my Canon camera, so which does a pretty decent job, but the old phone, not too bad actually, so pretty good photos I think. And it was cool to catch some black swans too in a group together, which was nice. Having breakfast on the side of the river. Early bird worms, you know the deal. Alright, some toms. Hello Tom. No cowbell. That's all I want. So let's put that in. And there. That. Which one have I got there? I got that one. What have I got there? I have got that. Let's get another crashing or another one of these perhaps. No. No. What are these? I reckon we'll go doubles. Let's I want. Maybe? Hang on. No. Because it's that bit there. Or, yes, the swans are very graceful. I actually live near a lake, near the natural spring, and it's very pretty. Always ducks there, always lots of waterfowl and stuff. Occasionally we do get a black swan there. I think there's some swans there at the moment, so very pretty to go for a walk around, but not today because the storm is coming over the horizon and there's going to be lots of rain and thunder and lightning, I think, and perhaps wailing and gnashing of teeth. So hopefully not. Hopefully the power will stay on and the stream will continue, so fingers crossed. That's the plan. I don't know. If you look at this bit, don't solo it. I want that there and that there. Or do I want that one? Let's try, shall we? Let's try. See how that goes. Now, we are not octopuses. It's plural octopi. Pie. So, we've only got two hands when we play, so that's a hi-hat. That's a kick. That's a snare. So we can have a kick there, but we can't have a snare. We certainly can't have hi-hats there, so let's get rid of those. I mean, we can have that just seems odd if we're going to be playing that. So we can have kicks all the way through, but we wouldn't have the snare there. So we just have that pattern, I think. That could work. Let's see if that works. And do we want that's all crashes. Yeah, maybe that one. Okay. I like it. Okay, that bit's done. Look at us go. All right, so save that one. So that's good so far. Now, I can't remember what I was doing. I left these in here last time. I don't know why. Oh, that's because they were the legato bits, weren't they? Oh, yes, we were going to do something with those, weren't we? To go all the way through. Because it goes from the nice legato here. Do we want legatos all the way through? Is it going to be too much? I don't think so. You can actually put a separate chord track, like you can, if you right click, you can add a chord track instead of what I've done here, but meh, same but different. So it doesn't really matter how you do it, but that works for me. You got to do what works for you. That's the important bit. And have fun, apparently. Am I having fun? I think I'm having fun. I need more coffee, then it'll be more fun. A bit tired this morning. Had an early start this morning. Anywho, all right, so let's see if we can, I reckon, get rid of this. Yeah, because they're just the same as those, aren't they? Let's get rid of those and see if we can get a legato line in here. Yeah, I think it'll be easier if we basically copy this along for the, there's a name for it, ostinatos. There we go. Look at me go so early in the morning. Okay, it's almost 10:15 in the morning, but for me that's early. Let's see. AGF AA. I think we just work to it. I think we can just copy that across and change what we need to change. So, CAC, GF, AG, AGF. Yep, okay. So what we'll do is we'll cut this up and then put it back together again. So for example, this is an A minor, so this too would be A minor, so we copy that across. We'll have to fix it up slightly. This is a G, so let's copy that one across. That's an F, so let's copy that one across. This should work if we basically just cut and paste. And then it's AAG, A, we'll have to tidy it up a bit, but that's okay. That's the F, and that's the A. Okay, so now we glue it all back together again, and then we tidy it up. Okay, because we'll have to fix the overhangy bits. That's a bit much. Let's go back to quarters, maybe quarters, not eighths. Okay, there we go. So we need it to tie over. think we're going for a break there. Tie over there. Tie over here. 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 So we get that legato. Ooh, pardon. Get that legato thing going on. Okay, look at that. Okay, that might work. Let's hear what that sounds like first, solo. Okay, we want a break there. How much of a break do we have? Only a little bit. I think we need more of a break there, as you would bow. Let's listen to that again. I mean, it is a double bass line, so it's not going to be that interesting, but in context, how does it sound? So that's what was there before. It needs it. Okay, that sounds really good. So I think we'll do that for the rest of them as far as legatos are concerned, and that way we can take it across. And I think maybe for the piano, and then I think we can bring it in for this last bit. Maybe just the last 4 bars. Have a bit of a break. Okay, so let's do the same exercise again. So we chop this up, and then we copy it and we paste it all together again afterwards. Here we go. So we want an A and a G, A and G, and we want an F, and another A. We can always change the notes around, but at least this will give us what should work. And then an F there, and then an A again there. And that should work. Okay, then we'll glue all that back together again. And let's take a look. We want the break there and the break there. Ooh, okay, we've got lots of muted stuff. That's okay. I want the break there, the break there. Going over there, going over to that one, over to that one. Got nothing in that one. How interesting. It's blank. Oh, we've got another blank one there. So what should be there and there? How interesting. So that should be where the A is there. So that should be, yeah, same note that's there. Which is just a C. Okay, we can draw that in. No, I won't draw it in because won't be the same dynamics if I draw it in. And then that needs to hang on as the C there, or was there the break? I can't remember where the break is. Hope I'm doing the right line. Fingers crossed. That should work. Let's solo that and listen to that one. Lovely. And with the basses. I want to make that a bit shorter, don't I? Let's try that again. That sounds really nice. Okay, with everything else. Might leave the strings out and just as it is there, and I want to bring in either piano or some other instrument, maybe a keyboard, maybe an electric guitar. Not sure I'm not sure what to do in this bit here, which would be similar to something in the introduction, like a sort of main melody sort of thing. I think I'm not sure. Yes, the string library sounds great. It is the BBC, it is Spitfire Audio's BBC Symphony Orchestra. So this is the paid one. This is the Symphony Orchestra version. There is one that is way more expensive again, and the one that is not as good as this, but unless you put them side by side, you can't really tell, is the free orchestra, the Discovery, which this is based on. It's the same files, I think. It's just different articulations. There's more articulations and more things you can do within the application here compared to Discovery. So it's virtually the same sound library as far as I'm aware. I think there's more microphones in this one or something. So it is slightly higher quality, but if you put the two together, yes, you can tell. If you just want a really good orchestra, which I think this actually includes piano now. So you've got all the orchestral instruments you'll probably ever need. It's got percussion and everything in there. It's massive. Violins 1, 2, viola, cello, basses, horns as a set of 4, trumpet, solo, and a set of 3, tenor trombone, bass trombone, tuba, flute, piccolo, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, untuned percussion, timpani, harp, marimba, celeste, tubular bells. Love that. So you've got everything that you would need here. It's crazy. And this is the paid version, as I said, but you can get the BBC what's it called? The Discovery which is the free version, which you can download straight away. You used to, years ago, have to email them or reply on their website and say, yes, I would like your free library, and then you'd get an email like a week or two later or something. You had a time delay, but now it's just you download it, you go to the website, download a free orchestra. It's amazing. So yeah, and get the same sounds for free pretty much. This one is a little bit better quality, and it is, I think, more microphones and all those sorts of things. You've got a lot more options in the app here, but for the most part it sounds pretty much the same, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And easy to use, so easy to use too. Let's see, I think if we keep going with this, the thing that at the moment there's no dynamics, so we want the start of this to hear the legato, and then we want the legato to sort of die off a bit when we have the ostinatos come in. So that's something that I'll have to have a look at. But yes, so let's bring in the other legato strings and see where we are at. Cool. Okay. That's right, just checking stuff with things. We are here and we are here. All right. So yeah, all right, let's do it. And what could possibly go wrong, right? Let's see what we can do. Let's no, violas are next. That sounds really nice, doesn't it? So that's a G, A, F, and a G. What do I need here? A, G, F, A, G, F, A. It's a bit boring. But that's okay. So let's just take that then, shall we? Just those three there. And 1, 2, 3. And copy that across and glue those two bits back together again and cut these up. And what do we have? We had F, A and G, F, A and G. We want A, G, F, F, A and G. That's A. Yep. No. What do we have here? F, A and G. F, A and G. Oh, hang on. Put them back. So that's F. That's F. Let's put this down here. No, that's F. That's an F. There we go. I'm lining it up with these now. That's an F. F, A and G is what we've got here. A and G. There we go. And then A, G, and F. Oh, and then another A. Okay. Now we'll glue all that together. And go into here and double check that this is all okie dokie. So I'll take that one back. They're all overlapping. Yeah, we just want it to the next little bit. That can be like that. And yep. There we go. That should work. Oh, I just saw that there we need a break, don't we? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, with the other legatos. Oops, just the legatos. Goose. There we go. So the bass and the violas are following each other, which I think works. Okay, now with all the others, we'll turn that off. Makes for a fuller sound too. Also, if you're wearing headphones or you've got really cool speakers, you'll actually hear, I was noticing, oh yeah, I can hear the first violins on my left as if I'm sitting in the audience facing the orchestra, and yes, that's where the violins, first violins will be, then second violins, violas, cello, basses. It's kind of cool the way that it's automatically done. You don't actually have to do that yourself, it's automatically done. Most good orchestral and string libraries will actually have that in place already, so it sounds like you're listening to an orchestra when you've got full strings like that. It's really cool. Now I am mindful that I am going to bring those legatos down when we get the ostinatos through here. Ostinatos throughout here, so that will work. We'll bring in the others now. So we've got the violas. We need violins 2 and violins 1, first violins. And then I think we're good with that. And then we can play with something else. Maybe a keyboard type instrument. If you can think of anything, put it in the chat as we're live, and you can help me out here and suggest either. I'm thinking keyboards of some sort of Arturia type, Rode type keyboard maybe, or piano part, or electric guitar, but not heavy metal, death metal, as much as we love that genre. But a bit of a upbeat sort of sound. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe we'll try a few. Maybe that's an idea. Maybe we'll bring in a few instruments and see what works. I think that might be the way to go. Okay, let's finish doing this first, and then we will see about doing that. So that worked if I just grabbed the last 3 bars here and copied across. So if we cut that up, not sure actually. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things we'll have to just experiment. I think just experiment a bit. Let's copy those across. So we've got what have we got here? We've got F, A, and G. We want A, G, and F. F. That's right. F. Actually, I think that's in the F, A, G. Is that what I said? I can't remember what we got on the F. F, A, G, F, A, G, and we want A, G, A, F, G, F. There we go. So we've got A, G, F, and then A, and then A, and then that's G, and then that is F, and then we want another A. And we want it to be boring. Sorry, violin 2 section of our orchestra, but we want it to be boring because the ostinatos are what's the headline act for that part of the music. Yeah, experimenting's fun. Getting out all sorts of instruments with the same melody and stuff and see what sounds good, you know, playing around with it. We could have all sorts of wonderful things going on. So we'll do that in a sec. No, not the eraser. Glue it all together. All right, let's check this out. That didn't glue, did it? There we go. It's the clicky bits. All right, now we want a break there. That bar there. So definitely want that. And we've got the break there, which isn't big enough, so we want to bring that back. I want to make sure we're on that line, and we'll get into it. Get into it and make sure they're all overlapping each other, because then we get that legato style where they go from, they're bowing from one note to the next, rather than have them all sort of disjointed. Make sure that's going right to the end. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let's listen to the second violins. And the pattern's the same all the way through, which I think works. And we'll go with the other legatos. And look, I'm doing this mainly to double check that I haven't got a wonky note in there, because these all should sound good together. It does sound really good together. Oh, hang on. We've got a, see, wouldn't have picked that up otherwise. Break there. Let's listen to it again, double check everything. Yeah, there's a reason for that break there, Ashley. That second break, and we'll listen to it in a sec. When you put it with the ostinatos, it makes sense. So if we take the solos off and we have it in context, there's a break here all the way through the legatos when the ostinatos start, and then the ostinatos sort of stop here and then they start again. So it kind of, when you listen to it, for me it kind of makes sense. So let's listen to it in context. See what you think. So here's the first break. Just needs that little bit of a break before, you know, everything else sort of kicks in. I'm thinking we need a bit of a something here. whether... Oh. No. There we go. Whether this will work. It's different. I don't know. Let's see. Possibly not. Might be the wrong chords. Wrong notes. Something. Kind of works. It's all in the key of C. Or whether we need different notes. Let's listen again. Yeah, it needs to be different. It's A and G. And this is why we just mute things. Ha-ha. That's what it needs. Yeah. Simples. So if we do the same with that, it all should come together. It might do that. Mute and maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Oh yeah, we haven't done the violins up here. Better do the legatos there. And we need to glue. No, they're okay. We'll leave them separate. That's okay. Glued. Okay. Save it because we do not want to lose this. It's really coming together well. Alrighty, we're not even halfway through the show. Look at that. We're doing well. We're doing well. Yes, save it. Thank you. I did just save it. We're covered. Phew. Save. Nothing, especially when there's I can't hear any storm outside, but there were some really dark clouds on the horizon. And I thought I better get inside quick because it's going to be horrible out here. So I'm very glad to be inside, but I think it might be the calm before the storm. So we might just have rain, who knows? But it's definitely winter here. Thinking about putting a jumper or something on as well. My goodness, it is cold, even though I've got the heater on. Okay, let's think. We're doing the same here, so let's cut this up, and we've got, again, it's the FAG here, so it, you know, when you have everything labelled out, it just makes things a lot easier to deal with when you can just copy and paste things across, especially when you're dealing with chord progressions. So FAG, we want AGF. So and that should be an A there and the G there, and then an A goes to there, and another A goes to there. We'll join that up in a minute, and that's a G to there, and that's an F there, And if you're not following along at home, all I'm doing is looking down here to see what the chords are. So if that's an F, then that should be an F there. So we need an A there, and that's an A there. So we copy that one across. And now that we've got all those, we can glue all of this together again, highlight it, click, and then we can go in and we can put those gaps in. The first one is here. Let's fix that. That is the correct gappage. Is that a word? Gappage? And then the next gappage is this one here. There we go. And now we can just make sure that they all overlap accordingly to give us that wonderful legato bowing sound. That's the gap there, and there, and there. Move it across, get rid of the second one, bring that over to there, there, and there. Okay, so let's listen to all the legatos together to make sure it all sounds okay and we haven't got any wonky notes or rhythms or anything that stands out, and then we'll listen to it all in context. There we go. Look, that sounds lovely. Okay, let's listen to it with the other bits. That sounds really good. Now the rest of it with the added bits at the end. Is there a note missing? It is good to have some rain for the plants. We haven't had to have our lawn mown out in our front yard for a good 8 months. It's just been sand. It's just sand. It's Perth, dirt, sand. We're just sand here. It's just one big beach, really. We're so far inland and it's just sand. It's like sand all the way from the west coast of Australia all the way to Uluru. So, yeah, it's just sand. So, my lawn's starting to grow back. I give it a water once every now and again during summer because I don't like to waste water. Water is a very, very important resource here in Australia. It's one that we don't value enough, I don't think, so we need to value water a lot more. But yeah, I try not to water anything during summer if I can help it. So all my plants are cacti family based or natives that have been given a stern warning that they must survive on their own. And they'll get a water once every now and again. But my lawn might grow back in the coming weeks with a bit more rain. There's a few, it's weeds. Get weeds. Anyway, music. We're making a song. All right, the last little bit, I think there's a note. I want an extra note, I think. Da 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 da. Yes, and I want another bit. Dun 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 dun. Will it be enough to be that? That makes it happy if it's going up, I think. Or that was an E. Take it down to the A. Just sounds too cliche, doesn't it? No. I thought I'd be... That was way too creative. Creative wrong. Creative doesn't sound right. No, I think E sounds good. So basically what we had before, and just unmute that last note there. And I think if we do that for all of it, that will work. I think that'll work. That's already got that there for that last bit, so I don't think we need that for those. Sounds a bit more cohesive, I think. Very cliche, but I think cliche works. All right, file, save. We have done stuff with things. Let's have a listen. Let's have a break. We're almost halfway through the show. Let's have a break and have a listen all the way through. Drums here. I'm going to leave it for now. It sounds lacking, but only because there's a gap. And we might stick with the gap, we might not. But what I'm thinking of is now I can hear the rain outside. Let's focus on saving it. And then we'll just focus on the piano. We'll ignore everything else and come up with a tune that goes with this. Now, I've been back doing my piano lessons because at the age of... Actually, I didn't even say my age because I can't remember how old I am. Carry the two. I am. So, at my age, I still haven't learnt to play the piano. I've been a singer all my life. I haven't done much singing in the last 18 months or so. I haven't done much in music or anything for the last 18 months or so. I've had a real break, but anyway. That's a whole other story. But I'm back into it now. But I'm also doing piano lessons every day. Making the effort. So I feel a little bit more confident about writing a melody with the piano chords. So let's just solo those two. Now let's just focus on writing an actual melody, because I think if it's all in the same key, it should, and it goes with the chords, it should work. So let's have a little bit of a play. Let's just play and see if we can come up with a melody. Can we have the piano working? There we go. So we need, that's right, we've got the augmented piano, grand piano. It's got a cool sound afterwards. Let's listen to just the chords and have a play. And we might hit record as we go, and if it sounds crap, then we just delete it. I think that'll be the way to go. Let's listen. Yeah, no, I'll hit record. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, well that was weird and wonderful, but you know, we had a bit of a thing going on there. Let's get into it. I'm going to do this manually because I know that if I try and what's the thingy where you do the automatic thingy? You can do a thingy. It's here somewhere, but anyway. I can't remember the name of it. That's the wrong thingy. I want to get rid of that thingy. There's the thing where you put them all in alignment. I know what I mean. It's been a while. Not transpose, not length. Anyway, it's a thing. Quantize. There we go. I could quantize it, but I want some of it off the beat. So let's do it manually. Let's treat it with some care. Let's have a listen. It seems to follow the ostinatos. But it sounds pretty. Yeah, it needs a bit of work, but that's okay. Let's try and listen again and see where we go. Make it on the beat, maybe. I like that. That's pretty. That's nice. That's nice. I think we need to put that there. And we'll have something similar to that. We're looking, if we have an E, we want C. Got F and A there. Yeah, so it's a third and then a third above. And then an octave above, and then go a fifth above that, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? I'm looking at the keyboard. Let's listen from the start. Yeah. Yeah, let's take it up to the D. Let's Let's make it fifths. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go with that. Let's make those. There we go. Okay, kind of works. Let's keep going. I think if we do this properly, it'll sound really good. Yeah, it's all about having the right foundation, I think. And I wanna get the start right, which I think sounds pretty. Would fifths be better? Mute. Never delete, just mute. Yes. Da, 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 da. That sounds pretty. Make sure that goes there. Ah, yeah, that should go there. That should go there. That should go there. That should go there. Have them on the beats. I didn't do too bad with my playing, actually. That's pretty good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. Huzzah! Oops. Do that, but I want this G to have a chord as well. So let's listen from the start again. So I want the G and the D again, I think. Because that's fifth, isn't it? That sounds pretty. I wonder if we can put a G on top of that. But up an octave. Well, that's impossible to play, but that's okay. Let's put that up an octave. Let's carry that one across. Let's see what that's like. Okay, let's go from the start here. No. The D doesn't sound right there. It doesn't sound too bad there. Does it sound right there? I know, so don't delete, but Cheers, Ashley. Doesn't matter what you drink out of, my friend. It's a vessel for drinking. Do you want to bring it lower or higher? Oh. Yeah, that could work. Okay, so we're doing okay so far. I do like that. Now, I'm just looking at this. Can anyone possibly play and those notes? I'm looking at that going, is that possible? And then an E above that? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's possible. That's okay. I just didn't want it to be too much, but it's within an octave anyway, so it's fine. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course. What am I thinking? I want to listen to it again. I just want to know that it's right. Something's not quite right. Not that it's wrong. Just think it needs to be different. I like where this is going. I think we need to speed it up for the speedy uppy part. But other than that, I think it's all okay. I think it's coming along. Sounds pretty actually. I think keeping it simple is a good idea. Should probably bring it back there and there and there and there and there. There, tidy it all up so we know that it all works properly and well and stuff with things. Now, do we need to put this to 16ths? Because I think that is an offbeat there. It looks like my offbeatish type music that I like to do from time to time. Don't know if this will work, but we'll find out. Okay. Okay, let's listen from the start and see where that goes after we save it. Oh my goodness, save it. Yeah, save it. Okay. There we go. Does that work or not? No, it doesn't. On the beat works. Da 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 da. Bit too quick, not quite what we planned. Let's see. Thinking. Pretty. Okay, so we've, don't know what that's doing there. Get back, get back. That might be a bit too long. Needs to finish there. So let's do that. And then we can cut that back to there. Oh, that's because we recorded it live, didn't we? First take too, that's kind of cool. And it kind of sounds pretty. Does it fit with everything else? I don't know. Let's listen now, just with piano, and hope that that's okay. I think it will be. It does sound pretty, yeah, I'm liking it. But does it fit with everything else? Here is the moment of truth. we're going to take the solo off. Now, we might not be able to hear it because everything else is so loud, but we'll see what we can do. I might bring it up just a little bit and try not to send everyone deaf. I'll adjust it accordingly. There we go, we can hear that. I'm pretty happy with that. That sounds really cool. Yay! There might be some tweaking, but for the most part, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds really cool. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. That's really cool. Okay. So let's save that and let's have a play with other instruments now. I'm thinking a keyboardy type sound. Yeah, thank you, Ashley. That's kind of cool. I like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add an instrument track. I've got so many instruments. Oh my God. Look, I'm thinking pigments. I'm thinking I love Arturia's synths, sounds. Let's just do it and be done with it and have at it. So we need to pick a good sound and we've got so many. We could add a choir. Okay, that's a bit over the top. But no, I'm thinking a good, these are all the sound banks that I've got. There are just so many. What sounds interesting? What sounds fun? We don't want pads. We want a really cool sound. Mellow strings. We've got strings. We don't want that. Modern house. Nordic tranquility. These are all presets. Pop transcendence. That sounds fun. What's in that? Let's have a play with some of these. We're on that one. And we want, what type do we want? We want, yeah, let's put into that. Keys, bells. That's brilliant. Some of these are going to be a bit weird. Bell that's not a bell. Keys. No. Yeah, a bit plucky. That's what I want. Maybe. Let's put a little heart on that one. There's just so many. Lead plucked lead, there we go. I'm going to make sure that We get chords out of it too. I want... That's just weird. Okay, I'm just pricking some at random now. Classic synth. It sounds creepy. So far, none of these, but I'll know it when I hear it. Not a sequence. The sequence won't work, so let's go past the sequence. We don't want sound effects either. Choir. I'm not sure. Let's put a... Maybe... What was that one? Yeah, no. Maybe that one? That sounds so cool. But it won't work. No, don't want bass. Okay. So maybe none of those. Let's go back to banks. Pick a different bank. Let's pick a different one. Twisted harmonica. Underwater Atmos. Let's pick another one. Let's go up to the top. Altered Lo-Fi. Amethyst. It's my favourite gemstone. Not my birthstone, but it is purple and I like purple. Okay, we're in keys. Too techno, as much as I love techno. Don't want pads, atmosphere. I want... Don't want pads, don't want pads, don't want pads, don't want pads. Vocal, synth choir, no. No, none of those. Okay. Let's go with crimson. Got bass. Looks like it's all bass. That's all bass. Actually, why don't we go all? Clear all, and we go types, style. No, types. How about we go for keys, bells. That's what I want. Yeah, some of the names of the presets are a bit odd. Maybe I don't want bells. Let's clear all. Percussive keys, plucked keys. Let's try that. Oh, that's nice. Ambient film keys. Let's give that a shot. We might need to turn that down a little bit. But if we do that, and then what we do is then copy that down to that line and change colour, because we need to make it something completely different to everything else. What colour have I got? You haven't got a bright pink, have I? No. Let's make that bright pink and let's mute that one. And in context, just straight up, let's do it. And I'll try and adjust the volume accordingly. Hang on, I'm on the wrong line. Adjusting the piano there, I know. Let's adjust that one. Goose. Let's start again. Because my camera's right in the way, that's why. Now let's change that over and have it with just the piano. I think it'll change it completely. So, which one is it? Or is it both? We mix it up a bit. It is a pretty sound. That bit doesn't sound right when it's so low. Just saying. Could it work? I'm not sure. I think it works. I'm not sure, but I think that works. The two together. Maybe you could have one pan left, one pan right, that sort of thing. I think it works. Maybe. Let's see. So this is on ambient film keys. We've got it on that, yep. So let's hear some other plucks. Oh, a guitar. That's interesting. Really? It's got bird sounds at the end of it. That's cute. Oh. That's interesting. That was just hitting one key. That's too boring. Ooh. So many here. These are just all the plucked keys. Close. I'm going to try something else in a sec. It's just come to mind. You know what? I think the ones that we've got work. I'm going to go back to what it was before. Do you remember what it was before? Nah. Ambient film keys, that's it. There we go. So, I just had a thought. Let's just duplicate the basses here, for example. Duplicate tracks. Get rid of all of that. Because we don't actually want that, but what I want loaded up is the orchestra. We found something earlier, didn't we? Didn't we? Woodwinds. We've got woodwinds here. We've also got percussion, including glockenspiel, xylophone, celeste. And tubular bells. Let's do a celeste. Marimba could work as well. Have I got? Yeah, I've got it on the right one. Volume. It's on 0 already. Close to, that's okay. Because I think that's the sound I'm sort of looking at. So if we go, put that under there, and we'll call that Celeste. And colour that a different pink. And we mute that one and we copy that down and we mute the piano and hear what that sounds like. you know what I do with when I write my trance tracks is I have multiple instruments making the same sound, panned differently. So one's in the centre, one's slightly to the left, one's slightly to the right, and they sort of work together. Let's have all of them. Let's give it a shot. Let's save it and let's listen to it like that and see if that works. It could work. It could work. I think that works. I think all of them work. You can have more than one instrument playing the melody. Orchestra. So I think that works. That sort of belly sort of sound. Thank you, Ashley. It does sound good. I like it. I like it. The one thing I'm thinking of, we got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes. Why not have a play? Why not have a play? I've got so many instruments here. Silk. This is UJam's silk guitar. And let's see what that has. Pop. Are we on that track? Where's it gone? Okay, it's there. Yeah, we're on that track. Okay. Oh, so this is acoustic guitar. I think what we want is, let's remove that track. I don't want an acoustic. I want another one. I don't know. Okay. What's it called? VG. Okay. Remove. Let's. Yeah, we can put it underneath there. Add instrument track. And we want VG Sparkle, I think it is. Either Sparkle or Amber 2. Let's try Sparkle, which I think is a lead guitar as an electric guitar. So this is UJam's virtual guitarist. Alright. So this is playing chords. So we've got to find something that's not chords. So more of a poppy sort of sound. Cozy Sunday. That's cool, that's cool. We want a lead guitar sort of sound. So chord mode, note. There we go. So we've got to go find a phrase. There we go, just so 2 and 4. Open stops, open chorus. Half mute, muted. We can change it. Or we can just have chords. Open chords. I don't know if I want chords because I've got the rest. I want a meaty sort of Indian alternative. There's so many. Dirty Summer. Yeah, just a note. Wonder if that'll work. It's very loud. Or just open. Let's give that a shot and hear what that sounds like. What could possibly go wrong? Let's get a bit of Control Enter. So we're naming these the same as that, and we've got a few different instruments that we've got here. Let's mute the piano. I think maybe have the piano as well. I think having the piano as the bass underneath, like the foundation, I think works. Let's mute the Pigments and Celeste. Let's go with the guitar. Oh, I won't be able to play two notes at the same time, will I? So we'll have to alter that. That's okay, just a bit at the beginning. How about we just have the bass notes, I think. Yeah, so the bottom notes. And let's hear what that sounds like. Oh, we got more. Yeah, we got more in there, haven't we? Yep. That should sound good with the piano, I think. Just single notes of the guitar. Yep. Let's go. Let's do it. Doing the wrong one again. Too low. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the other bits. Actually, also on your piano, about a quarter way in, you have some of the notes stepped down a bit. Oh, down here. Yeah, I know. I think, yeah, you're right. I put that an octave higher in the others, and I think it needs to be brought up in here too. Where is it? There. Yep. Yep. Needs to be brought up an octave. I'm not sure about the guitar. I think I like the others better. And I did notice that I adjusted the volume completely because I was highlighted the wrong track. Let's mute the guitar. I don't think it works. Let's listen to the others. Yeah, I like the others. It just needs to be brought down a lot though. here needs to, that bit needs to go up an octave too in all of those actually. So we can do that and do that, I think. Those 3 notes. Did that do it for all of them? No. Fine. There we go. And that one. Right, let's listen again. Yeah. I think this works better. Much better. I like it. I like it a lot. That sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. I'm really happy with that. Let's get rid of stuff that we don't need anymore because we're just not using it. That's fine. Let's get rid of the sparkle track. It's not serving us well at all. Make sure it's the right track. Yes, there we go. Yes. All right. We'll keep the piano, the pigments and Celeste, and I think what I'll do is I'll pan the piano center and pigments left and Celeste right or something like that. Where's the Celeste and Orchestra? Piano's usually center, Celeste is over on the left there with the violins, so you know what I mean. And I'll put pigments on the right or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's some drumming sort of stuff. Remember at the start I said let's think about the drums in this gappy bit. We have a gappy bit. Let's listen to all of it, focus on the gappy bit and see if we need some drummy bit in the gappy bit. It's all very technical speech here. Let's save it and listen to it again and see if we can hear the gappy bit with the other bit and the stuff with things. Okay, I wasn't really actively listening, I was just enjoying it too much, so let's just listen to that bit again. I think it needs something that's a bit too drab. Let's listen to all the bits with the drums. There, that bar there, and then we can copy it across. That bar there. It just needs a little something. It's not a big deal. It just needs a little bit of something. What have we got? Even if it's just. Yeah, just that. Yep. It just needs a little something. Nope. 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 There you go. No, I'm not sure now. I want something, some sort of variation, but I'm not sure where. Maybe there? And something similar in that bar? Yeah, it needs something. And then I think that's about to do it. But I think it might be a tom thingy. Da, 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 da. Maybe. We're about to find out. I'm not sure. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. That's a kick. It's a hi-hat. Don't have hi-hats playing when you're having that. That can still be playing with that. That's fine. But we need to get rid of those hi-hats there. In fact, if we get rid of the hi-hats for all of that, yeah, don't need them. Can't hear them. Irrelevant. And if we have let's do that. Let's listen from here. Let's do that again. Oops, not that one. That one. Duplicate and move them over to there. Duplicate those and move them over to there. And duplicate those and move. Undo that. Oh no, that's right. Duplicate those and moved over there. I don't know if that's going to be too much. We'll see. Let's listen to that whole bit and see if the drums are now too much. Takes it away from everything else. What am I doing? There we go. That one. I think I like it. I don't know, you tell me. Is it too much? Is it too much? There's a no. Is it control one? I can't remember if there's a command to fit everything in the one screen. I can't remember what it is. That's not the key I wanted. But that'll do. There we go. We've got it all in one. Let's look. We're at the end of the show. Oh my goodness! Here we are. Here we are. Let's get rid of that. Let's bring it up. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, because I'm pressing the wrong buttons, possibly. No, that's directional. I want that, but to play nice. Anyway, okay. That's got it all on the screen. There we go. One brings us over to here and hit save. And I think we're pretty much done with the composing part of it. There might be some tweaking. Those drums might need fixing. I think I've created a monster and it's a bit too much. But that's it from me for this week. I hope to be back next week. So subscribe and notification bell. Hopefully I'm here every Tuesday / Monday night, depending where you are in the world, and live, or you can catch the replay whenever you wish. And thank you, Ashley HM, for joining. We'll have one more listen before we go. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for your support, Ashley. And I think this is coming along. This is going to be a really cool track. How long does it go for? It starts at 6 seconds. It goes until 1:03. So it's just under a minute. That is just perfect. That is literally as much as I want. Keep in mind, for those playing at home, this is a little bit of music that is hardly going to be heard underneath a voiceover for a corporate video. So there you go. These things take time and to do them well, and I'm pretty happy with this one. Bit of a pet project. So let's have a listen. So on that happy note, until then, a bit more. See you next time, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'll take my picture off. No, I'm still here. No, I'll turn me off. My husband would love to be able to do that. Anyway, see you next time.